Hi guys, it's your girl Chrissy Dior and I'm back for another motherfucking video. From the title of the video, I will be reacting to episode 2 of Baddies West season 3. So pretty much, before I even get into this video, please subscribe, give this a thumbs up. It helps me a lot. Now let's get Now, we already know. I have the notes right here for this episode. I'm not going to be talking in circles. I'm not going to be doing all that off my head. We got it right here. So, we going to get down to business. So, episode 2 starts off from last episode. So, Rolly gets a drink thrown at her. Pretty much Stunna snuck Rolly by throwing the Casamigos on her and pretty much yanking her wig off. This leads to Biggie jumping in the fight. No one tried to peep that. She did jump in this fight. And it's led up to them stopping for a quick minute and getting Stunna off the bus. So they had to separate Stunna in order for them to get to the house peacefully. So Rolly is literally pissed off out her mind because she doesn't understand what happened. Like, you practically got snuck at this point. You got snuck all because you're trying to figure out why are you making threats. And Stunna to me is a weak ass bitch, does not fight fair. I said this in this last episode, in the last video. She's a weak ass bitch. She does not fight fair. Because why you feel like you need to throw stuff? Why you need to throw drinks in people's faces? Like, just be a woman about it and just fight them. Like, why are you doing all of that? So Rolly, she's just explaining like how she feels, She's saying that apparently Stunna got that good throat. She's a throat goat. That's why all these dudes be on her. Apparently she got guys trying to fight females. I don't know what that's about. But long story short, they're still on the way to the house. Just disclaimer, after they remove Stunna off the bus, Lo mentions in her confessional that Natalie as an EP should have stepped up and said something about it. She's pretty much just said, you should have sent Stunna home, send these bitches home. Like, let's be fucking for real. You cannot be throwing bottles and all this stuff. Like, that's how production gets shut down. Shows will get turned off, canceled, and all this. I don't know. Like, I don't understand. So, Natalie's saying, like, oh, yeah, we told him we shouldn't be throwing bottles, so why you didn't say anything? You just stood there in the back like you always do. But carry on. So, they're still in the sprinter. Natalie brings up to everybody that apparently, like, they was in the meeting room and, you know, they brought up about Stunna's past. Apparently, they talked about how Stunna was where she put someone in a dog cage. So everyone is finding out this information, and Razor said in her confessional, like, you putting me in a house with a crazy bitch? Like, I'm not cool with that at all. So you putting me in a house with a crazy bitch. And honestly, I felt like Natalie should have had not brought that up. And even if you felt like you were uncomfortable with that piece of information, it's the fact that you still brought her on this show. You get what I'm saying? But back to the regular timing. So pretty much they get to the house. The house is beautiful. All that stuff is beautiful. They got a long, drive through. You get to the house. It's mad big space, whatever. Now, everyone's concerned today. Are they going to be sharing beds? Are they going to have their own bedroom? Rolly's giving them the rundown. Like last season, they had to share rooms. They had bunk beds. So Natalie and her 1001 conversations, her 1001, talks. She needed to talk to everyone and pretty much give them a rundown on everything that's happening. She tells Kat as soon as Stunner comes, you know, just be her protector, be her guide, you know, all that stuff, make sure she's straight. So they get into the house. The inside of the house is really beautiful. It's really beautiful. They got stairs and all that stuff. So Natalie was trying to figure out like who to room with. Originally Rolly and Biggie was supposed to room with each other, but unfortunately Rolly got roommated with Scotty. Now they had history with each other. They have history with each other, but they were able to sleep in the same room with each other. Biggie got roomed with Krishan. Razor ended up roommating with Lo. Kat ended up being roommated with Stunner, and I think I'm missing some people. I don't know, but they all ended up getting all the roommates and all that stuff. So everyone's trying to find their rooms, get comfortable. Now, this is the ghetto part. This where I felt like the disrespect was real, because you get inside the room, right? We all getting like little tours of what the rooms look like. So in the rooms, you get like maybe a full size bed, right? But you look in the corner, you see a whole air mattress on the floor, like barely no sheets, one pillow. Like the disrespect is real. Like, even though they're just there for like a day or so, it's just the fact that why would you want me to be comfortable enough to sleep on the floor? Like, that's just mad weird. And what I felt that was disrespectful too, Natalie had a master bedroom. Like, she had practically the entire, like, she had a whole house to herself. She had her bed, she had her bathroom, she had all this stuff to herself, and had the nerve to call them peasants. And I'm just like, this is not okay, but whatever. So long story short, Natalie calls Biggie in her room and pretty much, you know, had to let her know, hey, I'm choosing you to be, you know, my right hand man, my back, whatever the fuck they, like, whatever. And me personally, I felt offended, and I was like, why didn't you just ask Scotty? Like, I thought Scotty was your bestie, da 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 da. But I don't know. So long story short, they called Krishan and they called Tommy. They called Krishan first. They was trying to figure out where she was at. From the sound of things, Krishan was just not into, she was like, just get the fuck off my phone. Like, she was just having a whole attitude about it. Natalie's telling her to hurry up. And then eventually they get off the phone with her and get on the phone with Tommy. So they get on the phone with Tommy, trying to figure out where she is, tell her to get ready. So they are pretty much giving Tommy the rundown of what happened in the Sprinter. So Biggie telling that they got into it, Rolly got into it, da da da. So that's pretty much it. So rundown on everything. What happened? Stunner eventually gets to the house. Okay, Stunner eventually gets to the house. Kat, of course, goes outside and makes sure she's okay. They having a little talk. Stunner's telling how she felt. Pretty much saying like she didn't do anything wrong. They trying to press her, da da da. And Kat making it seem like she's a protector. She like, I'm not gonna let nobody jump you, da da da, all that stuff. And I'm like, okay, she's being that big sister, that mother role. You get what I'm saying? But eventually, Krishan and DJ High Sky eventually comes in together. I feel like Krishan looked very pretty. And with her tooth in, it's the audacity for me. She pulled out her tooth and tried to give it to Natalie. Be like, oh, my breath don't stink. Why would you want to give me your tooth? Put it in my face. Like, that's mad weird. That's mad nasty. But long story short, Natalie gives her a rundown. Pretty much like, I feel like we should all talk, especially about what happened at the shoot. Like, you were late. Like, you're acting mad Hollywood, looking like a diva. I felt like Natalie was messy for that. But I feel like that's part of her job as like an EP/facilitator, because she wants to keep that drama going. You get what I'm saying? Like, she wants Krishan to her to feel like that everyone feels a type of way. Granted, people are feeling a type of way about what she did, but it's not how like Natalie's trying to explain it. So they all sit down on the couch. Natalie tells Biggie to gather them together so they could talk. Unfortunately, Stunner tries to jump Biggie, But Rolly was like, listen, we not doing all of that. So Stunner did explain that she was gunning for Biggie, but Rolly got in the way, and that's what happened. So when they was getting ready to talk, they isolated Stunner in a room with Kat, with security guards, of course, and everyone is in the living room. So they getting down to the talking, everything, and pretty much Natalie was like, everyone that wants to talk, you can speak your mind. So of course Lo, like, not saying she's a spokesperson for everyone, but she pretty much telling how she feels, like, oh, the promo shoot, like, I felt like you were late, you should have been on time, you're being inconsiderate. Now this was low-key pissing me off with everyone, because it's like everyone in their confessional is pretty much like, I know Krishan how she is, like, as soon as she hears something that she don't like, or you know, you try to check on her behavior, she be ready to fight. And I'm just like, Lo does not really know about Krishan like that, so I felt like y'all should have gave her that warning. You get what I'm saying? So Krishan, I guess she didn't like how Lo was saying it, so next thing you know, she just like that into her face. She started fighting her and everything. But that's pretty much what ends the episode. So they gave us a trailer onto what happens in the next episode. Honestly, I'm gonna cover that in the next video, as far as with the third episode. But I give this episode maybe like a 7 out of 10. But yeah, that's the end of this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down how you felt about this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.